the people who like, I know just want to critique it. I know exactly the people who are sitting right now only watching to critique.
You rang. Before we get started, just a bit of housekeeping. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Melissa Ford, wishing her nothing but healing and strength. Now, let's get into today's episode.
We ready?
All right, y'all. We got some big news in the JBP verse this week. All eyes are on Emanny today, just 2 days before his birthday, and after a long-awaited drop. If you remember in my Mic in the Mirror video pinned below, I gave my thoughts on what direction Emanny could possibly go, and we got a glimpse of his set back in March. Now we get to see it in action. Big Virgo season. It sounds like this isn't just another podcast launch.
My fear flight has always been.
So let's get into it. First off, the color palette is fire. The blue and the orange are complementary colors, and that contrast instantly makes the set pop on camera. Then you've got their graffiti style painting in the background with the neon pink and green accents of their favorite game at the JBP with Mr. Monopoly reaching for the money. It kind of gives me a bit of like jazz club, but movie room energy with the addition of the posters over there for a bit of nostalgia. And notice how the black shirt keeps him as the focus for this first drop. So I think we're off to a good start. What do you guys think? Because I'll be real, I was a little nervous when I watched that JBP Patreon episode titled The Trajectory, because it looked like he was trying to slide into his Arthur bag. But he has pleasantly surprised me. He didn't just post and ghost, but it looks like Emanny Salgado has taken that step out on faith into his new chapter of being Emanny. I tell you, when the universe aligns, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I always say the signs are there if you're paying attention. And he didn't just drop 1 or 2, but hit us with 4 episodes, I believe, today. It looks like he is just getting warmed up in the 3rd quarter. So when the 4th quarter drops, he's already going to be in rotation. And what did Joe say about September?
If you're not trying to get your head above water in September, it ain't gonna be no time till March.
It prepares you for the next year and a half.
Now, it's unclear to me if this is officially tied to the Joe Budden network because everything has landed on his independent YouTube and Patreon. But as someone who has been watching the JBP since 2016, I'm going to go support each of their projects. He reveals a few things in track 1 of this new visual drop, one being how his Bronx upbringing shaped him, and another being the surprising reason he almost never wanted to be a solo artist.
So I've been blessed to just land in some great rooms.
And if you're wondering what room, Emanny not only found his start around age 13 when he joined the Boys Choir of Harlem, but with them, they sang and were in the video with... Now, I'm going to see if you can guess before I say it. I'll give you a couple seconds. Do you think you guessed right? It was the king of pop, of course, Michael Jackson himself, and actor, comedian, and singer Eddie Murphy. They collabed on a song called What's Up With You. Now, I'm just curious, did you even know Eddie Murphy was also a singer? And what is your favorite movie of his? And how were you introduced to him as an actor? One of my favorites is Golden Child. Don't judge me, okay? I want the knife. That is like my favorite part. I don't know why. The movie makes me laugh. See, y'all letting me get sidetracked all over again. Okay, so back to it. Emanny and the Boys Choir of Harlem also lent background vocals to Spike Lee's soundtracks such as Jungle Fever and others. Emanny also has worked with legends like Patti LaBelle and Gerald Levert, as well as sang background on Kanye's Jesus Walks. And he has carved out his own lane as an independent artist under Emanny Music. As a baby of both R&B and hip hop, as he referred to himself in an interview, Emanny not only worked with the legends of R&B mentioned, but he and Joe's history goes way back to 2007. Did you know that? He appeared on Joe Budden's 2008 project, Moon Music 3, lending his voice to All of Me and Invisible Man. Then in 2011, he linked up with Jadakiss for the track Hold You Down, cementing his name as a versatile collaborator.
All right, elaborate. I'm following you. You're going down a nice road here.
Now, most of you are probably saying, we know all that already. We watch the pod. I do too. But you can never assume that people know what you're talking about. In a 2014 interview with You Know I Got Soul, Emanny talks about how both R&B and hip hop, along with his real life experiences in love and life, shaped his music. The question now is, will those same experiences guide him as he uses his new voice in a new way?
I don't think I really got to a real understanding of myself and the guy that I wanted to be and my kids and my family until I...
That's the kind of growth he's bringing into this new chapter, but it also raises a bigger question. Will Emanny make the leap from singer to podcaster the way Joe Budden once stepped away from rap to shape an entire podcast industry? Now, I won't give it all away, but he does tease the direction he's going in.
Not all I'm going to be doing. I'm not just going to be sitting here talking about my life. And we have different...
He even hints at a new woman possibly joining him on this venture and answers whether Freaky E will stay alive and well or will he be in the rear view mirror. Parks even showed up on another episode, and that's one thing Parks is going to do. He's going to show up for his people, and it looks like we even got some music on Patreon. This new chapter of his legacy feels like Emanny is finally ready to unleash that later liberty on his arm there and give all of himself, the good, the bad, the ugly, and now maybe we'll hear more than just sounds of him. Maybe we'll see him step fully into becoming a visual media artisan. Go check it out for yourself. I know I'm going to tonight. I'm going to go watch the Patreon episode. In fact, let's go hit that subscribe button so we can get first dibs on every drop from All Eyes on E, and then come back here and you know what we're going to do. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and go check out my Patreon. Until next time, Chatterboxx fam.